Yo, guys, big up to everyone. I hope you guys are doing good. I am live. We're doing the live watch. We're not doing the live watch along. I hope this stream goes well. This is your live preview of the World Cup semifinals. We got France, Spain today, and tomorrow. No, tomorrow France, Spain, and the day after. The day after, Argentina versus England. What are my thoughts? Let's get into it. Hopefully, you could hear me without any problems, man. So, yeah, big up to every single one of you guys. Shoot, did I make a mistake here? Oh, come on. Oh, okay. So, big up, bro. Big up, Blue Jays. Is this you, Lewis? Big up. What are your thoughts? We are here in the semifinals. Who are you rooting for? So, yes. All right, let me load in the fault mob, even though we all know the internet goes freaking slow for me. We are out for those final four games, man. Smash up the likes. You know what to do, guys. But yeah, my camera ain't working. So it sucks that you may not see my face. StreamYard, man. I mean, not StreamYard. Big up, Reno. Big up to everyone. Hope all of you guys are doing good. I am. Oh. So yeah, hopefully you guys are doing good. So yeah, who do you want to win? And yeah, I can't believe we are almost done with this World Cup, man. We are almost done. These are the last four. And I know rival fans would want to have one for me. As a Brazil fan, I definitely don't want. You have to go France, Argentina, unfortunately. I know you don't like England. I know you don't like England, but do you really want to see Messi winning? Because the Inter Miami fans are going to come out if you say that. But I know some people have different picks. For me, I'm a bit different. So, for example, I know Italian fans will want to not have Argentina or France winning it because, well, you don't want neither. But the most you don't want to see France ties. You don't want to see France tie Italy's World Cup titles or Argentina's World Cup titles. So yes, but and then for example, if you're a German fan, you might have no other choice but to either flee to Argentina or let Spain handle it or England winning. Because probably the Germans, the rivalry with France, probably is the peak at most, man. But yeah, we got a European derby. We got a political conflict that is coming back for the first time since the 2002 World Cup and the war over the Falkland Islands, which we all know the big beef. But yeah, here we go, guys. Smash up the likes. You know what to do. Spain, fuck Argentina. And even if they are your Mediterranean neighbors, you prefer winning it because there's no rivalry with Italy, Spain, right? Reno? Because I thought there is, but not really, right? It's not there yet, right? Because Spain and France, you could arguably say, have been playing the best, not just best football, but they've been the best European teams at this point. I would say they are better than England, even though I'm not trying to count them out. And for the and yes, these four semifinalists are FIFA's best ranked teams. Even though some teams have an easier decisions than others. How they got here, some of them had it easier, some had a bit harder. And there's no doubt about it. Some went to extra time. One avoided extra time. Another one got the job done perfectly. Another one is winning, running through circles. Absolute just dominance, man. As all four of them will get to stay in America for the rest of the week. Because there's also that third place bronze medal battle out. So yeah. No, not really. Spain plays soccer as long as it's not Argentina. Be- Absolutely, man. And like there's no rivalry with Italy or Spain which I thought they have, but not really just yet. But yeah, man, these Argentinians, they pretty much stole some of your players from Italy, man. And they've been talking a lot, man. And then I know, even from Brazil's standpoint of view, I don't want to see Argentina win it. Even though I prefer Spain or England to also get the job done over France, just for France to not catch up our titles either. Just like how France cannot, tie Italy, which they do in France. You could argue they have the best generation of all time, the best squad. They've been cooking in every single game. They've been dominating a lot of games. Most of their games, besides the Paraguay game, has been mostly by goals. The Paraguay game, you could argue, yes, France needed a pen, but Paraguay could have gotten like a red card. There was a lot of flopping. They were playing Copa Libertadores football, even though we all know Copa Libertadores ball is. But yeah, man, no host nations. I believe the last time we had a host nation in the semis, obviously, was Brazil in the semifinals of the World Cup in 2014. And then you have South Korea in 2002. They made that semifinal run, even though they had some controversial decisions. But yeah, man, I guess there's some important days, man. Who has the better battlefield? And man, we got a rivalry renewed from both games, but a rivalry that is becoming the new reality. France versus Spain for the third straight year in a row, third straight summer in a row. France, Spain has met in another semifinal yet again. But before we start this, I hate England, but it's going to be Argentina, France. But come on, France. Not too much to help. Hope. Absolutely. So, yes, we get this European derby. I guess we can get into it. England, Argentina. We'll get into. I guess we'll start off as France versus Spain. So it looks like for the third straight year in a row, everyone predicted this from the World Cup draw. This was going to be this matchup, and we all got it right. France versus Spain, two of the best teams in Europe. One filled with energetic, another one playing also great football, different style, possession based, and controlling. Another one fire being the attacks of the best of the best. And yes, for the third straight year in a row, we get France versus Spain. We had them in the Euros, Nations League last year, that thriller 5-4. And now we get them at the World Cup semifinals. Those last two games were held in Germany. And now we get them in Texas, in the States, in Dallas tomorrow. And what's importantly, you want to know what's crazy about it? Guess what? Guess what? Tomorrow, it's France's national holiday. It's Bastille Day. And they play... France is like 237 years old as a nation. Tomorrow it's its birthday, and they have to play against one of their biggest rivals. Even though it's not on home territory, they're declared the home team in this one. But however, Spain, apparently Spain, they could have something for France, and yes, these two teams have started to build up this rivalry. You could say France, they have more global titles. Spain has more European trophies and titles now than France. Who I believe France has 2 Euros, Spain has 2. France has like 3 World Cups, and one is get to battle out who gets to fly to New York, New Jersey on Sunday and battle it out. So it looks like before we talk about the predicted lineup, France, man, they play on their national day on the biggest stage in the warm, hot summer in Dallas. Even though I know Dallas technically was a Spanish colony at one point, Dallas is more familiar with Spanish history, but I think the home advantage is probably 50-50 as well. You will see a lot of Mbappe friends. You probably see more Hispanic Americans because Dallas, Texas was part of Spain and Mexico and its own tradition, Texas as well, before annexed by the States. But yeah, And as they're going to battle on Dallas's Cowboy Stadium as they face off for the third year in a row, we might have to accept the fact that this might be the new derby of Europe, the new rivalry, the new classic of Europe. And I wouldn't be surprised if these two teams will meet in the Nations League next year as well. I will not be surprised if they meet in the Nations League as well, since these two teams really love going at it, man. Because these two teams have been playing really well. Friends, you could argue they've been playing the best football. Spain remains unbeaten in like 90 minutes since 2024. And it's just so much, man, to talk about. Like, honestly, I think it's time to accept this game is absolutely going to become the new norm. And yes, man, as they play on Bastille Day, man, Les Bleus have made it perfect. 6 out of 6 games. They've won all of their games. A 6 out of 6 games. Big up to SFBA. Yeah, big up to you. We are doing the preview, and big up City Blue Edits. Big up to all of you. Smash up the likes. You know what to do. You can share this to some friends. Let me share a few more people, man. Okay. Come on. And yes, oh shoot, I forgot Zach is there. Shoot, I forgot. Freak, man. Sorry about that. But yeah, France versus Spain. Shoot, I forgot Zach is live. But yeah, France, they just have won all their games. Spain, they've won 5 out of 6 games besides the opener against Cape Verde, Cabo Verde. It's Holland's gold on his alt. Oh, big up. Can you make me Yeah, soon. Give me a few minutes. Or you know, I will soon. But yeah, how do you feel about this? So I can't believe this match is happening for a third year in a row, man. It's pretty much the unstoppable force versus the imminent object. And I know a lot of people are saying France are the favorites, but at the same time, there's also a lot of people say that Spain could do 3-0 against France, which Spain has been owning France in these past 2 games. But however, for some reason, France just plays better when it's the World Cup rather than Euros and Nations League. They just play better. I don't know why. And now all of a sudden, they're going to have to go them against. But this time, they'll be the home team, something that France didn't get in these past 2 games. And now France and Spain will face off each other, even though they won't wear the same home kit. All right, so yes, this is the 3rd year in a row. This is their 3rd straight World Cup final. 3rd year in a row these 2 teams met. And this is Spain's first ever World Cup semifinal since winning it in 2010. This is the 3rd straight time they will meet. They met in Munich, they meet in Stuttgart, now they're going to meet in Dallas, Arlington, Texas. And also Spain, France, they did meet in that finals at the Olympics, man. And yeah, so it looks like that this is a predicted lineup. How do you feel about Big Up to It's Blue? Smash up the like, share the stream. So it looks like we're going to go with, I don't know if this is the lineup similar. Why is that they've been using these past, not just past games, but the last time they met. So it looks like Deschamps, he's going to predict that he's going to use the 4-2-3-1. So it looks like he's going to start off Mbappe, Olise, Desiree Doué, Dembele, Rabiot as the midfield pivot, even though there was reports about Tchouameni starting, but I don't know if it's true. The backline, Denis, Saliba, or Precando, Koundé, and Mike Maignan in goal. So that's pretty interesting because we're going to get into the rest. Oh, yeah, Lucas plays at Aston Villa. Even though I'm hearing reports, I don't know if it's true, but I think PSG are trying to sign him, apparently, from Aston Villa, despite his age. Oh, and funny enough, if that's true, man, You're hopping in and portraying Aston Villa and potentially win the UEFA Super Cup on top of their head top. So that's already after the World Cup, even though that's a different discussion. But it's true. So it looks like De La Fuente will use a 4-2-3-1. Or Yasaba on top, Lamine Yamal, Olmo and 10. Alex Baena is going to start, even though it hasn't been that great. Rodri, Pedri in the midfield, even though there were some people that were debating who should be starting. Porto, Cubarsí, Laporte, Cucurella as the back lines, center defense, and Unai Simon. So this is probably the predicted lineup, most likely. I did hear reports. They were saying that Chumeni wants to come back, but since has been playing, Kanai has been playing pretty well. Would you? Why would you even drop him at this point? If he's playing well, you might not just drop him. Just leave Chumeni off on the bench at this point, man. Because I'm hearing reports that he is, but even though I don't know if it's true, but I heard reports when the Madrid zone starts. So yeah, but this probably this. So it looks like instead, Elise is probably just gonna assist and just be the playmaking decision. So yes, and then like Spain, they'll go with the regular 4-2. So it looks like Yarsaba as the false 9 striker, Yamal. Alex Baena, Pedri. I'm hearing reports that some Spanish fans will want to have Fabian Ruiz rather than Pedri. Because especially that Pedri didn't start just because of a tactical decision that he wants De La Fuente, but I don't know if he's going to go back. But even though Pedri, he came off the bench against Belgium and didn't look that great. I don't know if he is thinking about him. Mbappe has never lost a World Cup game, only on pens. Exactly, he has never been eliminated since his Wonder Kid game. Yes, you could argue that he lost the game against Tunisia, but let's be honest. That game didn't matter. France already qualified. Hold on. Hold on, guys. All right, sorry about that. I just didn't catch this, but yeah. So would you even consider that? Like, who would you be starting 11? Because listen, like yesterday, Corinthians have tied 1-1. Interesting. Fluminense have defeated Bahia. Interesting. For that, man. Oh, congrats. I see. I haven't attention friendly. Not even at Bacalagro they didn't have the games on. Starting 11 projection. Best. So yeah, sorry Vatgal. So it looks like that if Spain, would you argue in from you guys before I say my thoughts? So it looks like, of course, we all know Mbappe is going to start. Even though there was rumors that Mbappe was coming off from a minor ankle issue, I think not, but apparently it wasn't anything fully serious. He was just fine, man. Well, Spain, Fabian Ruiz and Pedri. So I think yes, the 4-2. Even though some people were saying whether they should use Chouameni or Conan. If I'm France, if I'm Deschamps, if Conan is playing good, why would you just keep him, man? I would just keep him. And then yes, they'll continue to use Unc Rabio. They got cooked in Yamal in the last Euros, even though the Barca fans were cooking AC Milan when they went trophyless and was trying to cook Rabio. Even though I think too many is return training, but I'm hearing reports that he got a knocked knee, but however, if he's fully fit, you might just start him because he's just playing well. He's been doing excellent when Chumeni is injured. Big up, Jordan, you fraud. We will get to Argentina a bit, but how do you feel about this France Spain? Two of your rivals going against each other. Well, your biggest is France from Germany's point of view. France and France and Spain. the team that knocked you out from the Euros and had the better. So yeah, so yeah, we all know the center forward is going to be Mbappe, of course. The dictator. He has all the keys. The attacking midfielders, wings, of course, and Dembele, Doué, Michael Olise. And Spain's projected lineup, they're saying it could be a 4-3-3. So it looks like Pedro Porras keeping the spot over Marcus Levente in attack. Alex Bayena will fully start, keeping the full Nico off the bench. Yeah, because Nico Williams, he hasn't been the same since 2024, man. Ever since rejecting, I think that's why he kept in. Nico Williams since staying at Bilbao just hasn't done enough, man. So it looks like Pedri's gonna start unless like who should start, Fabian or Pedri? Because Pedri, well, he seems a little bit worn down, but he didn't look that great. If I'm De La Fuente, honestly, I don't know how you guys feel from a tactical perception, guys. I think Fabian should start over Pedri at this point because Pedri seems gas, and Fabian. I know some people have questions. Oh, he didn't look good in the UCL final. Dude, he was decent against Belgium. Got the goal. Absolutely. And I think Fabian Ruiz, I think provides, and especially here's the reason why is the right choice. I think it's because of physical against France, which boosts like an incredible athletic midfield screen. Both Rabiot and potentially Tchouameni. Fabian defensive rate and inquire and disrupts France's quick counterattack, where Pedri has kind of slowed down, especially in the summer. So, and yeah, and especially even though I'm not saying Pedri could do it, but like I could see maybe Pedri being a bit worn out and gassed after from that long season Barcelona. Even though Fabian did play a lot of minutes with PSG, even though he hasn't been fully starting, minus the injuries he has with PSG, but did play in that UCL final. I think he did play in that UCL semis against Bayern. Yeah, he didn't came back for that game against Chelsea and Liverpool in the quarters in round of 16. So, especially in form goal, Fabian was given the nod over Pedri in the quarters in Belgium, and I think they just I look at and then and he gets his open play goal at the 29th minute or direct box to box, which I think Pedri has lacked. Pedri still in the tournament, not because he's bad, but Pedri has been really quiet. I don't know why. Is it because I think Hansi Flick is just using him too much at Barcelona? He's just gas. But if he starts over, but I think if Fabian starts, I wouldn't be surprised, man. But if I was De La Fuente, I think I would start up. But definitely, but I could see Pedri coming off the bench for sure. Maybe like 64th minute, but especially, but unless, but I wouldn't be surprised if he kept him on fully. But I think he probably comes off the bench. So I think those are the two changes. But I think this is what Fabma predicts. But I think maybe Pedri may not start. I mean, but yeah, and especially in that last battle and like these past two games, even though tactically, I know it's confusing, but yeah, man, like I think this lined up. So yeah, we remember Kunde got cooked by Danny Olmo in that Euros, and then just Spain just controlled the ball. But who should get the start? But then I think I know. Come on. All right, let me know when you guys come. But yeah, come on, guys. And so yeah, So but if Tchouameni's gonna start, even though Kanada's been doing an amazing job at holding down the midfield, and especially in these knockout games, but against Spain, would you? I think ask or require like a Tchouameni lead profile, and like if Tchouameni has to start, I think it's because of Spain's game flows through Rodri, and Rodri's like that central, to try to dictate the tempo, of course, especially too many passes delay and the DM, even though that's true, and oh yeah, which is also true that why if Tchouameni's gonna have to do that, maybe if he does, because especially the reports that Real Madrid is back with Rodri in this, and then I know some Real Madrid fans were saying that they don't need him, and you could argue they probably don't need Rodri, when you have Tchouameni as a better DM, but like would and especially needs to disrupt Spain's midfield to protect and especially tackle the well balance with Rabio. And I think especially they know each other Rabio to break the four, especially in the side. So I think if Kuna is gonna come on, Kone, or however you pronounce, I think they probably use him like maybe the 60th minute if the midfield trip still Rodri, Fabian Ruiz, Danny Olmo begin to tire it out. Kunde's explosive ball carry can to their line exploit that left space behind, I think. Interesting from especially in and that's a good point too, because especially that allows them to do that. What should France and Spain do? And Spain do to beat each other from their point of view? So I think this will be interesting to see, but especially what's going to be different. So yeah, this time I know there are a lot of people that are saying France are the favorites, but there's also a lot of people that says, "Oh, Spain has France's number." I don't know from your guys' point of view. Damn it! I have to charge my computer soon. Fuck, man. Damn it! Sorry about that. I have to charge up my computer, man. And now my uncle's about to disrupt that. These people never leave me alone. I swear to God. Mm-hmm. Come on. So yeah, I think that would be it. Like, is there any tactical changes would you do? I think this is probably perfect. So far, no comments. Like I said, Spain hasn't lost a game since 2024, but I just think that to purchase the World Cup ticket, their managers would have to have a league tag, and Spain will look to choke out the game with fast-paced possession, while France will be perfect to sit down, mini runner at accounts. From Spain's point of view, I think they'll have to, the primary objective is to, I believe, their manager to with their possession, extremely safety, and prevent France's world class from sprinting. They they execute rest defense. The counter when Marco Correa and Porto pushes high from Spain into 3-2-5. They must not leave Rodri isolated midfields like Fabian Ruiz. I don't think Zubimendi won't start. He must sit deep, so Rodri is down like a central space, and they committed fouls or forced quick balls within 11 seconds or something like that to prevent France from turning and finding like killing Mbappe, and especially be careful, and especially Mbappe, man. There's only one game he didn't score. There was 2 games he didn't score from open play, but he did score against Norway, but the penalty was against Paraguay. And target France's fullback, Vi half spacious rather than relying more wide crosses. Spain usually utilize Lamine Yamal or Alex Bayer or Nico Williams to cut inside. France out of possession like Danny Olmo could exploit the lines that and left wing that could isolate Lucas Zaga pretty much. Spain should immediately succeed and potentially subbing Mikel Marino, even though Ferran Torres, he hasn't been doing that good. He's yet to get a goal in the World Cup, and he's awful. Like, I'm not saying Varane is a bad player, but some sustainable questions about his form. The chances he's been given and not being put it away, man. And then and I think they'll weaponize the central box, which I think on subbing in Marie in these past two games, but I don't know. But listen, but France, man, since they're a different dog, compare Belgium and even Portugal in the Derby, this is probably going to be tougher because I'll explain, but for especially now they're a better defense, and listen, I know they have to do a docu on on Friday. Belgium's attack wasn't that good, even though they slapped up the States 4-1 because the States proved they can't play in this high level just yet. But from France's point of view, man mark Rodri out of the match pretty much. Rodri is the heart of the Spain's temple. We all know the shot must feel like Doué or Michael Olise or Doué. Surely shadow Rodri from building from the back, denying Rodri's easy touches. Spain center back Spain. Rabio must Spain. Good France must be avoided chasing the ball. Reckless defense. France can frustrate Spain, draw their fullbacks too high up, all right, and break one and have them. So yeah, I believe that might be their game plan, and they'll be going out. And yes, and you could argue that these two teams will be their biggest test out of each other, man. And I know some people have different opinions, but this is just a mad game, man. So I know they're saying France are the favorites, but however, a lot of across models, sport books, they said Les Blue have a clear advantage due to the tournament experience, led by Mbappe, racked up 8 goals, 90-man relegation. Stores Spain has a great defense. So a lot of people are predicting 2-1. Interesting because the tournament outright favorites, man. So France has a 39% chance to win, not just reach the final, but to probably lift the entire thing. And France are 2 more games from doing so, man. But this time they have to play an old foe Spain. Why is Spain the underdog? And why is Spain the underdog, if anyone is asking? Due to their sluggish tournament start, France's ruthless form. But even though Spain had their France's number, La Roja, that 0-0 draw, yeah, against Cabo Verde, but France is playing 3 straight World Cups, something that Spain hasn't. And Spain has France's number at the moment, but they won't be the home team this time like the last two. So what has France improved versus Spain in these past 2 tournaments? 10 years. Not 10 years, I meant to say 2 years. Yes, because France, I know Spain has France's. You could say Spain has France's number in these past 2 games, of course. But however, I think the biggest improvement France has made over the last 2 years, for some reason, they just do better at the World Cup in complete inversion of their attack, shifting from a sluggish goal to a highly explosive machine, and they just went crazy. And now, when Spain beat them 2-1 and 5-4, France, relying entirely low block isolated form, Mbappe heading to Tuesday's finals. But now it's different, man. A lot of people are predicting 2-1 France. For me, if Spain has to push this for at least extra time, maybe, okay, I'll explain. Like it's football, anything happens, man. But at least we would get a realistic game. But yeah, Michael Olise has improved. Due is trying to improve as well. Their attack has been pretty ruthless, man. Spain's fullback could not. In these past 2 years, last year in 2024, and to the up very deep, giving Rodri and Fabian Ruiz to play well. And that may be true, man. But even though why people underestimate Spain, but you could argue people have been given these past two games. But yeah, I think France. What does it need for Spain to take down France? Like a red card? Because it's just so much. Yeah, Spain has France's number. To neutralize France's explosive speed, overcome the tournament, they're going to have to. And maybe the potential only way is probably if it not besides physicality, it might just have to be for red card then. Honestly, because honestly, France, man, they're just going crazy. Like, I wonder if Spain's defense could hold on. What they need to do, hold on for extra time, I'll explain. But I think to win this game, maybe France needs to get a red card. Like, maybe a bit early if it's like 1-1 at the 60th minute, then maybe. But if it's like 0-0, then be a red card. But if you're like 1-0 down, you probably have to get a red card like the first 20 minutes. Force the red card isolate like a 1v1. Get Obrigano or Kunde sent off. Even though Obrigano has been getting sent off, ruthless shot, like especially Lamine Yamal is probably the only way out to do it, man. But if Spain's midfield quickly balls and Lamine Yamal fast tries to defend, forcing them to like make a last minute goal, creating a red card or maybe a penalty kick, and that's really true. Unlike the 2024 Euro, France have been playing a much higher line, 60 meters up the pitch, and then now, and for some reason, France just does it better at World Cups. Even though these guys should be winning European trophies with this dynasty, because I think they have a good enough team to do so, to win both the Euros and Nations League in general. But yeah, maybe like maintain a 3-2-5 shell. What does Spain needs to do to push this to extra time in case this is a draw without the red card if it's still. And I think but yeah, man, if Spain, if they're going to have to, will Marino score again? I want to find out. I want to see, like, yes, they could bring him up, but like, I think if Spain pushes to extra time, they're going to have to abandon their high risk attacking flair and maybe high possession defensive game, like hold on Spain, maybe a 1-1 draw. I wouldn't be surprised if this becomes 0-0. And potential lockdown fullbacks and stop overlaps, man. And potentially, I think that might be one of the ways to just hold on and draw. Or tactical fouls high up the pitch. Just win balls, win a set piece or something. Perhaps, man. Free kicks that are untried. Spain now in transition, especially remaining minutes. Half. And then, but could this go to penalties? This could, man. But I just think that but Spain will have to hold on. But France, man, they just have that attack, man. Why France will be tougher than against Belgium and Portugal. And listen, Marino, he could do it, but this is going to be a bit tougher because you're going to go up. Like, you went up against one Doku. You're going to go up potentially three versions of him now. Three of him. Three Dokus. Imagine that. But listen, if Spain gets punished and Spain goes 1-0 down, like in the first 10 minutes or even 5 minutes, and if they don't neutralize quick, if they go 2-0 down, there's going to, like the first 22 or 25 minutes or 30 minutes, there will be some like big trouble. It's going to be really hard. But yeah, like listen, Spain should have gone to extra time against Portugal and Belgium, and Marino has saved them back to back. France will be and will definitely be a tougher test than Portugal and Belgium because plus world class, pace, especially who Spain. We all know getting those 1-0 wins against Portugal and Derby 2-1 against Belgium. The tempos and you said La Roja, the lethal counterattack speed, man. And like Portugal and Belgium, they just don't move as fast. Even though from the state standards it's fast. But dude, imagine if the States played France, man. We would have gotten our asses eliminated. Could be 7-0. France is dangerous. France featured speed in the world football, even if Spain plays a normal possession game for 85 minutes. I should be gives Kylian Mbappe 8 goals and Ousmane Dembele and only one. It could happen. And yeah, Spain did control the ball really well against Portugal and Adrian Room, Belgium, and lead. And, and but now they're just gonna have to go even faster, man. It's a layer of athleticism. In France, they have that, man. Especially Michael Lee saying this when they're across with the fullback's head. Wow, man, it's gonna be absolutely a long time, man. And neither Belgium or Portugal results a physical responding game. We'll see what happens. If all right, so yeah, after I think that's the possession, but we'll see what happens. But like, I just think that maybe I may not know things, but like, but yeah, this is arguably the final before the actual final itself, the real final. Just like PSG Bayern Munich, it might just be that honestly. Because there was some people predicting a 2-1. Someone is predicting Mbappe gets a penalty. He scores it before halftime, and then I saw this post. Someone is predicting like a 2-1 scoreline. It was on TikTok or Instagram. Mbappe gets a penalty. Barcola gets an open play goal, and then Marino actually pulls one back in stoppage time, and then it's 2-1. And France advances to the final. Miko Marino will find it much harder to save Spain around time. He's been the ultimate super sub, getting winners against Belgium and Portugal, but however, his story against France is completely level. So no more allergic surprise. When De La Fuente brings up Marino, the shops will be fully prepared. Marino's no longer without everything. But if he does, but dude, if he does, well, it depends what situation. If it's a draw, and if he wins it, oh my goodness, he's just a legend already, man. And then some serious questions about Mbappe. We'll see. But if he saves them, push them to extra time, he's such a lightsaber. But if he pulls one back, even though if they lose, it will be disappointing. You still go out, but you might. But props to him. Then yeah. But if he does get neutralized and just couldn't do much, then yeah, man, the physical, the French's midfield again. But yeah, and the space, they'll be a lot harder to do that. Then yeah, they break the press way differently. And doing that against France is probably dangerous because I think that could be advanced position. This could be worse because there could be a breakaway sprint of Mbappe and Dembele trying to break that Spanish back line. The role stays the same. So yeah, starting off the bench, just waits until the 75th, 80th minute. But if he does that again, let's see. I just think it's dude. I just think it could happen, man. just because of that. So yeah, man, like it's gonna be really interesting how this plays out. I know this was really different, guys. So yeah, whoever wins it. But yeah, you want to know what's crazy, guys? Spain could potentially play England back to back, and that's crazy. You want to know why? Here's the thing: Spain has to play England in the Nations League, man. And the crazy part is, this is happening on Bastille Day, and now they try to eliminate, and they try and want to see who they get to play. And listen, there's so much meanings if Spain or France goes through tomorrow. And yes, I know it's been cloudy outside, man. France versus Spain has an opportunity to play England 3 times. How? Explain. Yeah, Spain has an opportunity to play England 3 times. But if they meet in the World Cup, where's the final? If Spain wins against France, they have to wait if England is good enough to meet them, and vice versa as well. If they both lose and just drops down to third place, man. But yeah, explain how Spain could potentially meet them 3 times. Here's the thing: if England and Spain have just drawn in a Nations League group draw, and England and Spain will fight it out. Who gets to fight it out? They're definitely the favorites to fight out the first place. And now these guys, this is the rematch from the Euros from 2024 final, and they could potentially meet them in the World Cup final or World Cup third place, man. Because you have to get two. Because I think they're in Drew in Group A in League A, Group C of League A. And I think that game is in Wembley, September 26th, England, Spain. November 15th is the reverse. And that's crazy that they could beat them 3 times in a row. Not 3 times in a row, but 3 times of the year, man. After that Euros final, wouldn't England wants to get revenge, man? And yes, if Spain and England lose their semifinal matches, they'll play each other in the third place matchup in Miami, man. Before they face before that before they face in the Nations League. But note, if one of them wins that semifinal, another one loses, they can't do it. And it's possible, but I just think England France happens. I just think England France wanna like meet up. Yeah. Mm-hmm. About this. But yeah, I just want to see who will actually do it, man. So yeah, before we get to England, Argentina, listen. If Lamine Yamal is going to do it, he has to have a generation game because you played really well in the Euros. You played well in the Nations League as well. But the World Cup, you haven't been the best. You've only scored 1 goal. You should be getting the second goal by now. It's a bit unlucky. So I think that if I have to predict one, eventually opponent is going to beat you eventually in this rivalry. I think France, especially it's Bastille Day. Listen, if they don't get a red card or anything, I think France will win this game. I got a thriller. Bring me 3-2. Whether it's in regular time or extra time, I think France will defeat Spain 3-2 and goes to the final. So bring me France to MetLife. I just had to choose one, man. If this was a normal, I mean, listen, I would have said but if I had to choose one, bro, I'm gonna go France 3, Spain 2, man. Big up Moss, man. I'll send you the link if you want to come on Derby. You got 2-1 España, Inglaterra 1, England overtime, España versus campeones, all right? That's great. You don't want to see France advancing, right? But I just think France might actually get revenge, man. But definitely Spain will keep it respectable. They won't. They won't. This game will be so close, man. But I think France will probably get revenge. My prediction is France 3-2. It's going to be a really tight game. With Spain, if they do it again, then I might just be surprised, man. And if I have to root against Argentina, man, I might have to do it. Do it, man. And if France wins, I might. All right, so yeah, man. This is in Dallas, Bastille Day. Imagine if you're in France, man, celebrating your national holiday, and at 9 p.m., your national team has to go against the biggest game of the tournament. This is definitely the biggest test for both teams. It's against each other. Both Spain and France, biggest test is against each other. So yeah, I got France going to MetLife, but I'm not counting off Spain. I just think if I had to do that, okay, I'll try to. Even though, you know what, I guess I'll do it here. I'll put it in the comments, honestly, just for once. If anyone has something to say, here's the link. The Sacker Gunnar Moss, come on the stream if you want. This will be the biggest. This will be the true final before the final. Apps. Man. Why Spain is France's biggest test? Because of possession monster and everything. The historic low connection wall, especially having the numbers. Why France and Spain has a defensive shield. Aging midfield, dominating midfields of Portugal and Portugal and Belgium. It's by a fully fit, athletic, you know who. The athleticism players, I mean. The pushing tread speed, especially from the break Mbappe, Dembele. One trying to assist, and yeah, definitely, they're absolutely gonna go for it. And I think that's all I gotta say. So yeah, France, they've only conceded 2 goals in the knockouts, or no, I don't think they've conceded none. No, they conceded none. They've only conceded once to Senegal, which was their first game. I know they started off sloppy, but they could. France wins third place, 3-1. España over Inglaterra. 3-1 against Argentina, you would say. It wins 2-1 England. If we get an England-Spain rivalry, it will never be the same. Then yeah, for Thomas Tuchel, even if he doesn't win it, at least he got them to the semis. Now let's go to the another route. England and Argentina, man. Let's see what's around. 700,000 votes already. There should be a million soon, man. But yeah, this is the last starting 11s. Now let's do England versus Argentina. That another game in Atlanta, Georgia. Home to Atlanta United, Atlanta Falcons. Big blood rivalry of everything, politically wise and everything. And now, this is going to be for the first time ever. Lionel Messi will play against England for the first time, as he's barely come up against them. Rarely. Messi has played against some of these players before. I don't think he faced up against Jude Bellingham. I could be wrong. But even though Jude Bellingham was wrong. Was small. So yeah, for the first time ever, we finally get this matchup, man. England, Argentina, man. England will be playing at home. Argentina is playing away. And yeah, I don't know if this is gonna be the predicted 11. They're using the last starting 11, but it could be. Thomas Tuchel, you know that he wins knockout games, man. And who is the favorite? Argentina, England. 2 bloodbath national team countries, especially. They do not like each other history wise. Everything conflicts. The hand of God, the red card. Diego Simeone forces to get Beckham sent off. Harry Kane, Jude Bellingham on against Lionel Messi and Julian Alvarez. Who is the favorite, man? Argentina have not looked convincing. So yeah, we got this matchup, and I don't know how to feel. I think this. I'm not gonna lie. I think this will be the least out of the two exciting game. But I'm hopeful it's gonna become good. But I just think this game is just gonna be less exciting, slightly. So yeah, Lionel Messi will be going against Messi's giving freedom to it's of course, man. And we're gonna see a massive tactical approach, man. This might be the predicted lineup. I don't know if Reece James starts, but if you're Argentina and England, I'll explain the starting 11s. But yeah, the blood ad bun. So yeah, I don't know if they will use the same lineup. The best lineups. So England, it could be the same lineup, but it probably Saka goes back to the starting 11 because they were just going back and forth between Saka and Madueke. Well, it looks like that. Madueke could start, especially how the assist Jude Bellingham saving England's grace, proving why the pride of England's player along with Harry Kane, man. Real Madrid and Bayern Munich together. Declan Rice. You also have Kosanan, but yeah, he's been doing an okay job, I would say. And then they got some players off the bench. Nico Rally's been doing pretty good at left back. His value is apps that has been starting. He's been taking the opportunities despite the controversy. And John Stones, Gay, been playing pretty well. So yeah. So we got bad blood. We all knew about this, man. Philadelphia will win. So right now I think England are the favorites, maybe slightly favorites to defeat Argentina. Well, both teams have been going through brutal games. We can talk about their paths, but like I think England's with the edge has the you would argue like the slightly better squad. I know you have Lionel Messi, you have the reigning champions of everyone, but I think England, just because they have the better players of the Premier League, you could just have the slightly more valued team. And right now, I don't know. I think England are the favorites. I think they should go in. And what both teams need to do, what Argentina needs to beat England and vice versa, what England needs to do as well. Before, I mean, listen, shoot, I haven't listen. I think if so for Argentina's point of view, even though they haven't been playing that well, man, we've been seeing how they were scamming, unfortunately, wins, and they've been scamming, sadly, wins, man. And we're gonna have to talk about it, man. They've been winning. They scored 3 goals in their last 3 games, but however, they don't look convincing. From Argentina's point of view, to beat Argentina must utilize their midfield diamond with I think they're gonna have to go with a midfield diamond like Rodrigo De Paul, Enzo Fernandez, Alexis McAllister. Central defense overload around Declan Rice with disputing from and isolate Messi in half. So and of course Scaloni, needs to Messi, of course, to drop deep and like right spaces from England's like center backs, center mids or center backs to force England's left back or defense to make a sloppy mistake, to press him out, silence him, and try to get a goal against them, or even pass, or even a Russian Julian Alvarez to also do it. England has have a defense showing vulnerability under intense physical pressure. Argentina should aggression And players like England's Kobe Manu or Anthony Gordon by beating them early into yellow cards. From England's point of view, I think to beat Argentina, they ruthless exploit the flanks pretty much, especially play and come back no systems, leaving wide areas. Thomas Tuchel is probably going to have to side both Bukayo Saka and Anthony Gordon. Bukayo Saka Madueke spot to sliding to touchlines and rapid switches from play sides. Argentina's back four and career master grabs Jude Bellingham has he been doing back-to-back games against Mexico and Norway, and then especially deployed press on Enzo Fernandez and McAllister just to say, especially their deep line play are denied time to turn. England's midfield must trigger an intense knee high. Enzo Fernandez might prevent conditioning to Messi, pretty much, and especially how they roll. However, while Coutinho, Mamiro, and Lisandro Martinez, aggressive elite defenders, they lack submitting height. Ooh. If England gets a set piece, so that's true. If England, listen, Lisandro Martinez, Guti Mamiro, they're not that high. They're not that tall compared to England's players. Like if Harry Kane or John Stone could utilize, and if they take the opportunity to score a header, they could, and that's a disadvantage for Argentina, right? And a deeply opportunity, especially when they get it inside the 6-yard box, man. And it could. It could, man. And this could, man. If England does that, then they could. 1986. Do you think? Oh my days! If we get Argentina, if they do that, man, it depends the scoreline here. If they do that, man, then it proves that they're not. Is Argentina wearing the same jersey color from that day? I'm about to get into it. I don't think so. I think the blue and white stripes just clash the whites. Just like Real Madrid versus Real Sociedad, because Argentina has those same stripes and Real Madrid and England are just fully white. So I think England, just like Sociedad, I think Argentina is going to have to wear their dark black away kit. I think so. Same with Spain. Unfortunately, they're going to have to go white kits, red shorts. Half of Argentina squad's built like 5'10", 100. It's not that. Yeah, it's nothing like that. Yes, he could, and but there's also a main factor. Here's the truth. Here's the truth, man. So yeah, but I think the best starting 11. I think for England's best starting 11, would you rotate anything? Like you probably would start the same guys except for Saka for Madueke. I don't think you start Reece James, right? Not yet, right? So no, not combined 11. I want to do best starting 11s for England, for example, against Argentina. That's why, man, not combined 11. I haven't thought about it, man. But of course, you keep Jordan Pickford. Would you really drop Canoes for Reece James? Just especially, yeah, he still plays well. Just I know the injuries, man. I don't know why he's injury prone. John Stones, Margahey, Nico O'Reilly, Declan Rice, Anderson, of course. There's no way he's there. And then like in attack, or the wings or attacking midfielders wings, Saka, Jude Bellingham, Anthony Gordon, who's been playing like okay, I guess, in this World Cup. Harry Kane on top, man, as you survive the altitude. I think this is England's, best starting 11, especially the Messi cages. Especially how they could try to retain them. I think Argentina's best starting 11. Would you use guys? Like, listen, I know they have an aging squad. Ramiro will go with rumors. Argentina will go 3-5-2. Interesting. If they do that, what would that starting 11 be? If they go with 3-5-2, that would mean I don't know if Scaloni has been because it hasn't been looking good. If England keeps the majority possession, Messi at this age will be a passenger, similar to Switzerland prior for the red card. Exactly, who was naturalized. Messi, like we're gonna get to Argentina, but if I don't know, if this will be a tactical card ball. Even though Scaloni prefers the 4-4-2 diamond, but if it was a 3-5-2, you would start Martinez, of course, in goal. The three center backs, the back three, Mina, Ramiro, Martinez. The wing backs would be either Gonzalo Nicolas. No. But we all know it's going to be Rodrigo De Paul, Paredes, McAllister. Oh, yeah, Enzo Fernandez. Or no, this was a different wing back. And in the front two, Lino Messi and Julian Alvarez. But I just don't think it is. Big up, Blue. Maybe DePaul gets made by this as well. And who do they have again? Because I know Nico Pass hasn't been playing around this tournament. But would they start Montiel? Like, I want to see if they actually do it. I don't know how well they're being testing because you got Lautaro Martinez off the benching. Even though I think England has more depth than Argentina. You still got Trevor Chalobah, good defender at Chelsea. Dean Henderson. So you got Marcus Rashford. You could bring on Morgan Rogers, Olin Watkins, man, Eze, man, even Ivan Toney. Like I think England, they just have more quality. Like a lot of Argentina squad. I'm not saying they're bad, but I haven't been that impressed, man. I haven't been impressed from everyone. Messi, he's been doing his thing, but everyone else hasn't been doing their thing that much. Julian Alvarez, it took him that long to get a goal, but I expected a bit better. Nicolas Otamendi, and I think Argentina squad is like only, but I know Nico Pass is a good one. Almada can come off the bench. But I just think England, they just have that amazing squad. Yeah, they are. They haven't looked that great, man. They haven't looked that great. So, and I think if England, I think if this is the opportunity, it's this one. Prediction. Before I give you my prediction, all right, let's go to the route that both teams got. So, I vote. Hold on, wait, is there no bracket I could get from there? Okay, there we go, man. Yeah, keep it like that. So, England topped their group. They won every single game. Yes, Argentina, you could say, are 6-0 as well. But however, Argentina haven't looked that impressive. England, they've won every single game. They started off strong against Croatia, scoring 4 goals in Dallas in the European Derby thriller, winning that battle. And then Boston, they just got rattled from the Boston Tea Party. Drew 0-0 against Ghana. They didn't take that game seriously, but ever since then they've taken their game seriously, but they haven't been as dominant fully. They beat Panama 2-0 in their final game. England topped the group, and England would had to they had to go through they would have to go through DR Congo. England had to go against DR Congo. They need to come back. Funny enough, in the same stadium. England didn't play that well. England, it took them like 30 minutes to get a shot on target. And then they start to build up the momentum there. And then England came back. Harry Kane saved them. Should have pushed the extra time. They got away with it. They probably should have done a bit better. And then they had that big test in Mexico City. And England, they survived the altitude, the big test in Mexico City, 3-2. They survived one of the biggest scares. They were playing down a man in Mexico City, surviving the altitude, the home advantage. Even though there wasn't any bad blood with England or Mexico, they were pushed 11 minutes of stoppage time. And listen, I thought Mexico could have actually done it because I just want to see how good CONCACAF would be. Of course, England did show them levels, but it was going to be a tough game. It wasn't going to be easy. And England, they got the job done. Won the great penalty despite being down a 10 man. Harry Kane puts it away. Jude Bellingham with that brace. And then after surviving in Mexico City, who England Mexico is getting along, and then England had to travel to Miami. That should have been our match, Brazil. Everyone was talking about potential Brazil Mexico or Brazil England before it got knocked out against Norway. And the reunion of England versus Norway, Erling Holland. That makes no sense. I mean, no, no. I mean, no, no. I meant to say, yes, England survived the heat, and especially most players. Cheddar Erling Holland versus Jude Bellingham, the reunion. Harry Kane and Erling Holland were kind of naturalized. They didn't did much in the game. They were, I wouldn't say they ghosted, but like they were like out of form. But yeah, man, like I think that happened. Um, and England, they did need it to go extra time. I know they're saying it hit off the cable post. They did need to go extra time, but they did got the job done. Argentina got a lot of players mid. Once Messi retires, they're cooked. What makes no sense for them? Oh, I thought I saw something. Notifications. Never mind. That's off topic from that. But but listen. But yeah. I mean, even though the goal post, the cable post, I don't think that was anything, man. Even though you could say disallowed goal, I know Norway had the goal that was disallowed. Whether it's that, I know there's controversial. We're gonna get to Argentina in a bit. And then England, they got the job done. They were supposed to get another penalty, and the pen got disallowed because it wasn't really a penalty after all. And then I wouldn't be surprised if England. Listen, I wouldn't be surprised if Argentina gets a penalty themselves. I wouldn't be surprised because you know how FIFA runs, man. They got the job done. Listen, Argentina, which let me get let me go back. So Argentina, man, big why you're calling me a fool? I was just mistaking something, which I thought it was something else, but no. The goalpost, like I said, I don't think it's really anything that Norway could have done, man, because they just got cooked before that halftime whistle. They could have taken the lead, but yeah, I know the game wasn't that the best, but England knew what they needed to do, man. But England, man, they should take England. Argentina, man, dude, about them, they might just be cooked, man. They could, man. And I know people want to say, "Oh, Brazil's cooked in this." I mean, we might be, but Argentina, they haven't looked that great as well. They got a lot of mid players. Once Messi leaves, man, and man, this could have been. Listen, that could have been. Listen, Colombia should have been in the semifinals, but they have an idiot, retarded manager. Sadly, Di Lorenzo, who was also washed. They couldn't get the best out of them. Even if Colombia lost to Argentina, they probably. I mean, it's a derby. They maybe would have gone fully, but Lorenzo was just not good enough, man. They had some shaky wins, even though they deserve to beat Portugal. But it sucks they had to go against Switzerland, man, because they could have met these guys in the quarterfinals, but they didn't. And but and Colombia could have taken advantage, but they have Lorenzo as manager, and like I think he's washed, man. I think that hasn't been the same. I was fearing that they crash out. A lot of people did want them in semis. I wanted them in semis, but I feared that it wasn't. I thought they were playing good against Portugal, but unfortunately, everything else was not impressive, man. And now the criticisms about Colombian football, unfortunately, is mad. And that could have been them, but I don't even know who's gonna even win the next Copa America. Like Argentina, they haven't looked convincing. And look at their route. Argentina won 3 out of their games. They beat Jordan 3-1. They didn't have a tough group. They beat Algeria 3-0, which Messi could have been sent off. And then against Jordan, oh, not Jordan, Austria, they got a 2-0 win. There was apparently a foul that wasn't being checked. That could have been disallowed for a goal. This game, Argentina, Cabo Verde, they struggled, man. Everyone thought Argentina was going to blow them away, and they couldn't even get a 2-0 lead. And the game ends in a 1-1 draw. Lionel Messi had to play like over in 135 minutes of football. 128 minutes. Or actually 130 plus minutes of football. 140 minutes against Cape Verde just to get the job done. And they were very lucky, man. Argentina got very lucky to escape against Cabo Verde or Cape Verde, who they should have gotten penalties, man. They were just 10 minutes away from penalty kicks. Cape Verde should have even have gotten a free kick just before that time was over. And Cape Verde had a shot saved, and that almost made it 3-3. It was just a bit unlucky, and Argentina got very lucky. And then watch them against Egypt, man. The allegations are back, man. Last week where they beat Egypt 3-2. Need the officiates, need the refs to help them because even though you could say Egypt's defense collapsed, you could also argue Egypt should have gotten a pen. They also had a goal disallowed, and Argentina had a goal that was also a foul, but they didn't disallow it, man. Messi missed the pen, and we all knew how crazy that game. These guys were going home, man. I believed in Emi Martinez wasn't that great either in that game. 2 shots on target and in. It just sucks for Egypt, man. They're forced to collapse. And Enzo Fernandez saves them, man. Especially all the biasism. And then look at Argentina's path. They avoided serious teams, man. Portugal had to play Spain in the round of 16 in the derby, man. They avoided Belgium. They avoided Japan, Brazil, us. And listen, if we played, even if we took down Norway, we had to play England still. They avoided serious teams. They were lucky to avoid Colombia in the rematch derby of the Americas, man, of the Copa America, man. But Argentinians, they were not expected. They weren't. They underestimated it, and they've almost went down, man. And yeah, man, like they didn't look that great. Argentina didn't look that great. That's the truth, man. Argentina struggled against against Egypt. Cape Verde should have gone to extra time. They played a lot of stoppage time. Messi, he was gassed out, man. A lot of the team is gassed out. Surely, man. They needed a screamer just to break down. And they played like also a lot of minutes. They added on 9 minutes of stoppage time before going to extra time. It was a 1-1 draw. They were trying to hold on for another 35 minutes. And Switzerland was actually out cooking Argentina until that dumb red card. Yes, it was a red card. And Bolos was sent off. But the problem is, this is for the first time they ever used it because there's been a lot more flopping in different games, not just from Argentina. There's been a lot of games that flopping. You could argue, but if they sent on Bolo, shouldn't Paraguay have gotten a red card last weekend, last 4th of July weekend against France? Arguably one or two red cards because they were flopping all over. They were playing Libertadores ball and they were not getting poked, not even that much yellows, man. And that was Hernandez, man. And they voided that. It's a joke, man. But yeah, man, Argentina needed extra time. They played back to back and they looked really tired. Google US dollar. Oh my days, man. Nah, man. Dude, Jordan, you know that the same Argentina, this is facts. You know that the same Argentina potentially may not respect you. I'm being serious, man. Especially big up to them. Salute to you, my guy. Big up, man. Yeah, let's check it. I'm about to check it, man. The Argentinian peso in just a minute. But yeah, man, they needed the red card to help them, man. It's not sustainable, and they got away with it, man. Switzerland was cooking, and I think if it wasn't for that stupid challenge from Mbolo, even though there's been a lot more flopping, you could argue Team Ream could have been sent off apparently in against Paraguay. Could have gotten a red, but it wasn't checked from VAR fully. Because there's probably more, and if this applies to Argentina, just tells you about the favoritism. But not only that, they might lose this game, or maybe it goes to extra time. Maybe Switzerland lost because they were all over them. I remember it was 5 shots on target. Switzerland stopped playing football. Thanks a lot to this, and they barely escaped, man. Open play XG expected goals. So. Non-penalty XG. And it seems really controversial because Argentina hasn't gotten a decision against them hardly. They did not concede a pen away against them, and they haven't conceded a red card against them. That tells you how favorable some questions about it. Even some of the decisions are right for the opponent, but what about Argentina? Because I see DePaul and like some of their players flopping, and that's not giving a yellow. Then what's the point of VAR if you ain't gonna be consistent, man? Argentina struggled a lot. Like this, like people want to say Brazil's cooked. Yes, our federation fucking sucks. But Argentina, these guys have been way with it. They avoided serious teams, and now they're gonna play like some. They're gonna play a decent team. I think. I think England. I think I don't know how rattled or not rattled, but more so tired they are against Cape Verde, Switzerland. Now you're going back to Atlanta. Are you going to feel that tired, even though you could say English players are getting tired, even though they have the depth? I think England will win this game, in my opinion. I think England should win. Do you think Argentina is racist? I'm not saying everyone. I don't think everyone is racist. I think there's racism everywhere. But sadly, on Twitter, out of anyone else, it's kind of true, man. Now, I'm not saying everyone is racist. I think there's some nice people, but definitely a lot of nice people. But unfortunately, there's been more of their idiocy out of everyone else. And that doesn't, but see, but yeah, and then just trying to make Argentina get hate. And I'm not surprised. But if I have, so this game could go. It could be a 1-0 snooze fest. It could be a 2-1 win. Honestly, unless FIFA actually screws them up, I think England should win this game. My prediction, I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for England. Honestly. Maybe Messi scores or Julian Alvarez scores. I think it's hard for England to keep a clean sheet. Well, they survived the altitude Mexico City. But I think Jordan Pickford should. Now, most of these players, they know each other. Julian Alvarez, Jude Bellingham, in the Madrid derbies, and Enzo Fernandez, and McAllister, knows these guys in the Premier League. when they clash. Anderson's now a Man City player joining from Nottingham Forest, so that I think they should know each other. But as well, he plays at Boca Juniors, who are now unfortunately washed up. They're in the mud, and man, if they get exposed, maybe not looking good. Jude Bellingham, Harry Kane, they should get more possession. Anthony Gordon, he's been doing a bit better in the World Cup, even though it hasn't a blown out season at Newcastle. As he moves to Barcelona as a huh? And but yeah, I just think that yeah, this guy, I forgot his name. Tithel, where does he play again? Oh, Leon. It's okay. Left back, but do you think they could handle the pressure if England starts up the attack? I could see them going for it, but I swear, if any FIFA like corruption happens, man, I will absolutely be furious, man. So yeah, I think England should win this game 2-1, and my prediction would be the England France derby instead at this point for the first time since the last World Cup, man. I think England will win this game 2-1, and I think England they just have everything more so than Argentina. Smart money. I think Harry Kane, and I think that they should. The squad, the levels, man. I think, of course, Lionel Messi will be always there, in the attack always. What else England has over Argentina? If anyone is asking, I think it's massive and set piece effect, pretty much. Players like John Stone. Oh yeah, I think we talked about the set piece effects, of course. John Stones gives England an advantage height, and if they get cooked, man, so yeah. Fresh factor: England has played 120 minutes against Norway. Argentina, on the other hand, well, Argentina should have gone to penalties against Switzerland and Cape Verde. These guys escape, man. Thomas Tuchel's tournament record, man. Especially we all know he's a knockout coach, and they'll do it, man. I pretty much Norway has gave England the same scare as Palmeiras was trying to do against Chelsea, pretty much. And I don't know if England should treat Argentina no other than what Chelsea did against Villamense, but even though Argentina they didn't seem to get the most favorable calls, I just think England they have the talent, they have the players, they just have everything. I think if England don't win this, I wouldn't say this is embarrassing. This will be a massive disappointment, man. I hope I can reach another level. This is a must-win game, even though you probably had an Argentinian home field advantage. I just think England takes them down. So yeah, and all that bad blood. It was so much easy to preview between the two games, since this is a massive one, man. The animal incidents refused to leave the pitch for minutes after stomping the Royal. The Hand of God, the Falkland Islands, and the Hand of God, the goal of the century, the solo goal, the red card in 1998, my bad, or 2002, yes. Michael. But yeah, man, 24 years later, it's finally back, and now Messi will play against England for the first time ever. So Thomas Tuchel should have a plan, but Lino Scaloni, listen, even if he does a plan, I think Argentina, their players, or maybe Washington been carrying over the referee. I think they're having an okay tournament, but the problem is they've been getting those favorable calls. It's not really sustainable. It's not really good, man. I just despise you. So I think Argentina should be stopped in the semis, man. And just force that England France derby to happen, man. But yeah, Lionel Messi has never played in a senior international match. For the first time in his 21 year in his international career, Lionel Messi shared the same pitch as the Three Lions. His international debut. That's the funny part is Messi apparently could have played back in 2005 in the friendly, but however, I think Messi was supposed to play, or I think he had a red card or something. I don't know. But Messi had the appearances at Wembley, played against Man United in the UCL, 2 goals against Tottenham in 2018. Even though I forgot which one was that. Wait, was Barcelona Spurs played at Wembley? And then the Fenomen's won 2022, where they gave a kick to Beltes to Italy. Played against 35 appearances against English Premier League clubs. 6 games against Arsenal, 9 goals, 1 assist. 6 games, 6 goals, 2 assists versus City. United 4 games, 4 goals. So he's averaging a goal in each an assist. His average versus Chelsea played 10 games, scored 3 goals, 3 assists. Spurs 2 games, 2 goals. Same with Liverpool. But yeah, man, you're playing no weak team. You're playing an actual serious team. But yeah, I just think that England should win it. I just don't think that Argentina I don't think they might be ready, man. Let's hope England wins this one. Let's see. I swear if anything happens. But yeah, man, this won't be easy, man, for England. This won't be easy for either game, but this won't be easy for Argentina. I know some people are saying, "Oh, it could be 2-1 for extra time." Let's see, man. But yeah, Argentina, they've avoided serious teams, man. And if it's true they get exposed, if England exposed them like 2 or 3 goals, then maybe the whole football world will be preferred to be happy because no one is respecting them that much. But yeah, let's see what happens. Colombia's 2030 routes. Well, we'll see what happens by then. Because there could be someone else that could shine. But if this is from your point of view, the projection, it could. Yeah, it's not for defending. As press offense. All right, so let me pull up Twitter. Right now. or X Men. But yeah, before we end the stream, listen, I just hope these two games will become great. I have plans to go to watch party tomorrow, but I'm thinking about streaming the England Argentina game. At this point, man. At this point, I think I'm doing it. I might just do it with Moss. Got a ton of fans. This, according to you, apparently there are rumors. Prior to the 2020 FIFA World Cup, Mexico had agreed to play or requested $6 million. Argentinian the FA official has asked the FMN across all beings to cover rising red flags. Deciding the controversy. Oh my days! Are you kidding me? Let me retweet this. Oh my days! Am I surprised? But it looks like it just continues to grow, man. I recorded my keys, but this is not looking good. Damn it. Oh my days, man. The deal almost sudden collapse. Oh my days, these guys. Can't handle the pressure whenever good. Can't handle the pressure, you'll never be good with. Even though we have to, he read tomorrow, we have to calm down. Because he's all young. Mbappe Ferry says France wins 2-1 against Spain. England wins on pens. Bill Quando Vasiti Lorenzo. Wait, is he gone? Yeah, this guy's go, man. And England was missing some players. But Mexico is a bit different. Yeah, we might just do. But yeah, Marcus Leandro moves to Ajax. It's official, man. Very true, man. No Maldives is Uruguay. Deshaun Mbappe is fully ready and set. The plane run envelope project that does a certain budget is not who would you rather take over. Keep realistic Guardiola hasn't coming, of course. Oh look, wait. Panabiotics decides to extend Thomas Christensen until the 2030 World Cup. So it looks like he's gonna stay for another 4 years. That's interesting. Thought they were gonna move on after having a slight poor World Cup or a bit unlucky. This is his prediction, man. And Jimmy's full prediction of the semifinals. Justin and Indian. 1, 2, 8. Yeah, respect my God, Neymar. Nineteen 2020 Neymar was the ring code was absolutely amazing. A Moroccan-born American referee officiated England, Argentina. Swear, man. Dumfries visiting this ceremony. He'll be 33 next week. Quality wants to be here pretty soon. 7 out of the could be at PSG. Really true, man. And like, what's the poly market to defeat you? Oh shoot, Chipotle will open up his first Mexico week location later this week. Interesting. But yeah, as we approach the last ones, man. England 1-0 Argentina. That's what I thought about it, man. India will still not qualify. Wait, what? What do you mean 256 teams? Nah, man. 64. What's this contact one? Send to this contact on one. The final come the story. Semi-final is gonna be a movie, man. Absolutely, man. On Instagram, man. Could soon overtake Arsenal. But yeah, the game, yeah. In England, this is at 8 p.m. Atlanta, 3 p.m. Here in California, it's 12 p.m. Jorge Sanchez is going to Atlas. Interesting. Neymar's now the oldest scorer in Brazil. Missouri. Yep. It's over, but yeah. Dude, Steven Rao Jr. fan, big up to you. I mean, well, you're the current champions of Colombia. And I think that team does good. I think that's all right. I mean, but I think of Argentina squad. Argentina's teams, bro. Dude, that league is finished, man. I swear. Well, Varsil. Dude, you guys didn't make it the past 16, man. And you had a lot of Brazilians and you couldn't do it. Mexico and Argentina was supposed to play friendly because of the controversies, man. It's not looking good. Yep, congrats. Wait. Columbus Crew. Hold my beer. Poro's not ready. Dembele. Oh, he's going out. Big up to Coupe du Mundial. Juve fan. Real Madrid fan as well. Cristiano Ronaldo. USMNT. Yeah, big up to him. England, New England. And as well anti-Argentina. So, yeah. And then even if it's not biased, even if I wasn't a Brazil fan or a rival fan or an Argentina hater, from a neutral point of view, I think England has. I think England wins because Argentina they just haven't looked convincing. I mean, they started off as well. They had the perfect group run. I didn't me, man. Yamal should leave for PSG or something. Yeah, if it doesn't work out, this can have some conversations, but we'll speak about it. Madrid over it. Fair enough. I mean, yeah, even though this is going to be a bit different. But we'll see what happens, man. Big up. Let's go ahead and make vlogs. It's been a while, man. I know I haven't checked out your videos. But yeah, man. Come on, England from Brazil point of view. I voted you to win 2-1 or 1-0. This is a Sacra Gunner saying. This is a must-win game, as my internet is acting up. St. Louis Cardinal home run. Argentina's most races, yes. But yeah, I think Inglaterra gonna 2-1. England, man, you have the quality. This team just has a much better team on paper. And it will be nice to see against the derby against France. We all knew in the quarterfinals. I know it didn't work out, but Inglaterra or a rematch against Spain is possible as well. But if all right, let's go on Twitter. France versus Spain. But I can't believe they're playing on Bastille Day, man. I wish I could have gone to Dallas, but I think the stadium's gonna be filled up, man. This is just big, man. The dictator, man. Score prediction. Oh my goodness. Is Mbappe Yamal? Croissant. All this. And you can imagine all the French right there. I just can't speak French fully. And I'm getting arrested dictator horse. Oh my days, man. Anything could happen, man. But hold on. So where's the kid clashes? Oh my goodness. So all right. Come on, let's see. Before we end the stream. But yeah, I think I should be back for England, but Spain, France, as long as Moss puts me in like 30 minutes before the game. Moss, are you going to be live for Spain, France? I listen, Moss, I have a deal. I'm thinking about adding the stream for you, but I won't be there. I mean, I'll add the stream, but I'll just like keep my camera like on silence. Pretty much. I don't know if I could do it, but let me know if there's a plan. Then I might stream it without me being there. You'll have me in, but my camera will be off, and I will be at Buffalo Wild Wings. So this is what France will be playing and Spain will be playing. This is the kits, guys. If you're France, you're playing in blue. You're at the home team this time after you were the team. Now Spain has to play in red shorts, the white kit, and yeah, just because the home kits are not allowed to clash, they're gonna have to prove it. Why Mbappe's team is better and Argentina are just gonna have to go this dark kit because they're not gonna be able to play in white. Because England's the home team. Because of kit clashes, man. They're not allowed to wear it. So yeah. Should that hand of God. Because people thought Diego Maradona headed that in. So yeah, I I, I don't know if I could do back-to-back watch parties, but I'm thinking about Spain, France. I'll be going to Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm not missing that game, of course, man. Blue jersey, white shorts, red socks. Oh yeah, representing. It's just like Mexico's kit almost, except yeah, the difference is green kit rather than blue. But red socks and white shorts is really similar. But for Spain, what socks are they gonna use? White? White socks? Yeah, like that. And let's see if they could handle it. But yeah, they're not gonna be playing in their home kit, sadly. Oh my days, man. But yeah, man. This is in Dallas, guys. This is because a lot of people think they're playing in red. Nope. They're not. Because of FIFA's rules, man. But yeah, France, Spain, bring it on. Scariest attack, most defensive team. Defensive solid team this World Cup. I agree. A balanced team, a good attack, the power of friendship and teamwork. Could be true, and you could say refs, man. But yeah, from Brazil's point of view, vamos como Inglaterra. God save the king. Of course, from Brazil's point of view, this is a must stop. After 60 years, you should be in the World Cup final. And maybe you do humble Mbappe. And maybe you stop him there. It's already tensions boiling over. The biggest enemies, man, expect to have the biggest security due to high risk tournament. Yes, separating fans home, and even though it's a neutral venue, these two countries do not like each other, man. As Argentina and England already, is this in London, Leicester Square? Dude, there's no way there's Argentinian fans in England. So far, friendly environment. Like a personal card. Mm. It was just. Is this a friendly face-off? Did they go at it, or they were just? This is friendly. So this is like in London. Big up to this guy on Twitter. Big up to Karen for this. But yeah, this is what it looks like in London before the game. Surprised we haven't saw Spain versus France. Just having fun. Remember, it's football, man. Not war. I mean, it could be ugly. Not yet. Maybe it's just friendly. Who knows? It could change tomorrow, man. But yeah, England, Argentina. There's a big rivalry. England fans are tired. It's definitely chanting. Let me hear it. The Falkland Islands is ours, and a lot of Brazilians. We have to approve it. Even though imperialism kind of sucks when it does go full big. And listen, the Falkland Islands. Let's see. Maybe it is English. Whoever wins this. Oh, come on. Let's see, because I think it is, man. Because even from Brazil's point of view, we don't want to see Argentina catching up back to back, man. Maradona. Vamos Inglaterra Salva Rey means God save the king. Maradona ghost? Potentially. I imagine if he's watching from the ghost, man. England versus Argentina diversity. Oh my days. Dude, uh, I know England is more diverse than Argentina, but let's not forget Argentina has some big players, man. Oh my days, man. This is absolutely gonna go viral. Dude, Twitter is melting down, man. England, Argentina might have more beef than Spain, France. Which I could argue Spain, France might just be the new biggest rivalry. But England, Argentina, man. This isn't going well, man. This ain't going so. It's more than just football, man. Everything. These two teams really hate each other, man. Yeah, Argentina might have gotten more titles. Thomas Tuchel facing England facing Argentina. Whenever you go up against Argentina, you be physicality, remember, because even the referees have it excellent, man. If it's true. But yeah, Tuchel isn't totally now. And hopefully this does bring the motivation of England players. Countries that are definitely supporting England on Wednesday. Countries that are definitely supporting Argentina. Yes, definitely Brazil, Mexico, Uruguay, the United States. Well, you got independence from England. Even though you have alliances from England, you might just stay neutral. For France, they don't care, man. They're just focused on Spain. I agree, man. Brazil, Colombia, Uruguay, Mexico, we definitely don't want to see this. Even Canada, like you, Moss, you don't want to see. You don't. Do you want to see either Ireland and Germany and Scotland saying, "Come on, Argentina"? Nah, man. Sorry, dude. Germany, I don't even know who they are, man. Scotland on Wales, man. But yeah, man. Let's see, man. But yeah, man, they've all won World Cups. Even though one of them, if you're in the UK rooting for Argentina, you have feel to be a bitch saying British by blush. The Falkland Islands is this is similar to the United States. This is all going bloodbath, man. Oh my days, man. All right, let me read your comments. Canada would have been more for England, more There's always been English. Always voted for to stay England. Yeah, absolutely. And like I know, say where you want imperialism and that. Imperialism does suck at moments, but when it's but due to Argentina, man, this is not looking good. Argentinian fans, storm full of English fans doesn't look already trouble. Where was this, man? Is this in Miami? Oh yeah, man, these guys are already there. Special Argentines in Miami. Oh my goodness, man. Spain as well. But yeah, man, it's gonna absolutely look. It's gonna be popcorn, man. Be fighting it out, man. Leak image of England, Argentina. Oh my goodness, if it's that, man, if they do it, man, we are absolutely gonna call this shit out, man. Keir Starmer will attend the World Cup final in England, beat Argentina, and then they'll fly back, resign prime minister on Monday morning, next Monday. Because in 6 days, we should have a new world champion. It can't be. Of course, I'd rather Spain winning, but even though I don't mind it, France, just because there's really not really much beef between us. Yes, 1998 was disappointing, there's not really bloodbath. But yeah, man, the world, July 15th. I know you could maybe say not Ireland, not Scotland, not potentially Spain, but everyone else, England for sure, man. Gonna be more of a lie. No one likes for cheats go out. Let's see, cause it's gonna apps. Now who is the? But yeah, let's see. But he might just. I don't know if Macron is gonna attend or Pedro Sanchez or Javier Milei is gonna attend the final. Because if there's a World Cup team that is in the final, you have to attend it shortly. For reasons why European hates Argentina like Brazil. Yeah, because they gave them more problems than us, man. Ah, frick, man. I have to retweet this, man. But next time, man, that even the U.S. have won a knockout stage. But yeah, man. But Argentina, they should be gassed out, man. Seriously. England, you shouldn't. I know you played the altitude. You played Norway in extra time, but Argentina played almost back to back to back extra time games. England versus Scotland, absolutely, man. No, England. No, England, Argentina. I mean, but yeah, man. I don't know who's gonna attend, but yeah, you can imagine fans are watching this from all over the world, man. All right, so if I search up Ireland, will they support Argentina? They probably will, because they don't like England, man. Anyone but England. But for us in Brazil, it's anyone but Argentina. Countries that Ireland, Paraguay, the countries that support England, the rest of the world, it's states. Oh my days, is that really? Is this Scotland? Are they actually doing this? Damn. Even though they were not good enough, man, against us, man. To my Scottish friends, let's unite for Britain. England faces Argentina. When I see many, I know, man. I do not understand. Scotland was. I'll be wearing your shirt, man. Friends, man. Argentina wants to Falkland. They saying about beating England. This is bigger than football. British people should. That's what I think. Bro, British standpoint. Just making a response. Interesting. The level of hostility, just because of England, Scotland. Good luck from England. Like, listen, and I know England, Scotland has a dispute about independent stuffs and like everything, but that's But yeah, but even though from Brazil's standpoint of view, you might just have to unite the country because that means the economy will come in just because if there's differences, man. But dude, you have to unite the country, man. You have to, man. And from Brazil's standpoint of view, we absolutely support. We absolutely support you, dude. From Brazil, man, you're never gonna be liked about it. Unite the continent, man. Unite the country. Oh, no thanks. Yeah, frick off. Yeah, do that against. Listen, remember, 3-0. 3-0. If I want to replace that, I could. 3-0. Remember, Brazil 3-0. Vinicius Jr. should have gotten that goal. Would have been 4-0. We absolutely destroyed you guys. And then big up to Scotland, but I just think you guys need to prove, man. Nice graph, man. But yeah, unite the country. Britain, Ireland, Argentina. Oh my days, man! And their Callister has Irish ancestors, so he's bro. Oh my days! You're gonna hear about this over and over and over and over and over again. Think Ireland supports our vice versa. Here we go. Here we go, guys. I think that might be enough for Twitter. Ireland half will be for France and Argentina. Maybe. Let's see. No one likes Argentina anymore. Yes. And you know what? From Brazil's point of view, vamos, Argentina. From Portugal's point of view, you probably would want to say vamos Inglaterra as well. From Spain's point of view, you probably will want to root for Argentina, unfortunately, especially those Barcelona fans. But from Real Madrid fans, well, you're probably going to be happy for Nico Pass only. If he does get any minutes. But yeah, let's see how it happens, man. This team it's never going to be easy, man. We'll find out tomorrow because this one is just going to be so fucking massive. France Spain is probably the bigger game. In Europe, this is. I mean, listen. I mean, both of them are going to be big, but I'm excited for France Spain. Is that official or not yet, man? Why join Inter Miami? That's easy. MLS is not good, man. You're good enough to play in Europe. Okay, yeah, you probably should leave Portugal second division club, and maybe I mean, dude, if you want to come back to Brazil, that might just be better. Because if you face weak oppositions, man, you might not be good in the next AFCON. But big ups to him. I mean, unless if he does. But what an amazing World Cup performance. But yeah, Inglaterra 2, Argentina 1, no. Francia 2, 10, Espanha 2. França e Inglaterra vai enfrentar uma final. That sounds like Portuguese from Portugal rather than Brazil. I guess I'll say it one more time. França vai ganhar 2. Não, ganha 10-2 a Espanha. E vai ganhar. Inglaterra vai ganhar 2-1 a Argentina. In la grand final. I don't know if that's Brazilian Portuguese. It's exactly. He's in Miami. Like then what? Then what are they gonna do, St. Clair, man? But yeah, let's see, man. But and yeah, man, we will be back. I think yes. I think Lamine. I think yeah, man. I think France, if they go to the World Cup final, they're probably the major favorites, man. They have a 39% chance to actually win it from today. Could I go on Bali Market real quick? Let's see how the vote is now today. I still have to use the restroom after this stream. The World Cup, man. All right, so let's see what's the actual percentage from Polymarket. There's also cost share. All right, let's go. Let's see. Let's see. Well, yeah, man. If you're gonna go live for France versus Spain, you could send me the link. Even though, even though I have to go to the watch party, but I could stream it for the viewers, man. So yeah, send me the link. Even though I do leave, but letting the stream open for all of the viewers, man. Come on. So let's see. World Cup winner. All right, I just want to see the games. But yeah, 39% chance France is right now. Mbappe's the favorite, 41%. France versus Spain. All right, let's see. Let's see who's the favorite on Polymarket. Let's see. France versus Spain. Let's see what's their vote. So what's the percentage? Not from betting. Okay, so France, as of today, right now, 8:23 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. France has a 41% chance of winning. Spain, 30% chance of drawing or winning. So yeah, looks like France just has the more favorable score. And they're expected to get 2 goals. They will score from open play this time. I know they will. They know. They just not try to concede more than one. Because one is definitely going in. There's nothing you can do about it. 30% draw. 30% are Spain. So either one is likely. And if France cooks them, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a fight at the end between France and Spain. Both teams to score, yes. But France is definitely more likely scoring from open play, 90% compared to Spain, 70%. Because France, I trust them. Spain, the truth is, France, it's either France wins 1-0 or Spain. And if Spain scores, France will go back in front. And all the French people all rallied on Bastille Day to be super duper loud. You don't want to lose to your biggest rival. This is the derby, man. Yeah, I know. I'm getting disingenuous, but seriously, man. Arsenal to Aston Villa. When is that? Well, yeah, maybe if England should lock up that Argentina attack, they should. So on Poly Market, they're the favorites. But it was at 43s. And what about Spain? Spain, Argentina. No, sorry. England, Argentina. If I voted yes, man, in case if I bet, even though I'm not betting. All right, let's see if this. Let's see if this is the right one. England, Argentina, 50 of what? Let's see what Poly Market says. England have to be the favorites on this, surely. Well, more than half, man. This game could be really close, but it could have been 50%. But remember what they said about Mexico, England altitude. England was still the favorites. England was still, so they should get the job done. Oh, come on. Where is it? All right, let's see. Give me Poly Market, man. England, Argentina. Let's see. England has a 36% chance to win. Could be a draw. This could go either way. This is close to be 50-50. Ah, damn. This game is going to be a lot closer, man. England have to win, man. I believe it's closer. They have a 36% chance to win. 32. Oh my days for these refs, man. This could be a draw, but it's like 50-50. But England decided advantage. England should be winning this game no matter what, man. All right, guys. So I believe that's it. All right, guys. I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I gotta go now. So, all right. So before I go, I will be dropping a video vlog, France versus Spain tomorrow, 5-4 tomorrow. I mean, no, not 5:40. After the game, we might do an England Argentina watch along. Maybe I will go live Spain France. I mean, Moss, you could send me the link, even though I'm just gonna be there for like a few minutes for like quick talk, and then be out live. Because I'm heading to that watch party, Buffalo Wild Wings. All right, guys. I'll see you guys there. I'll see you guys. We might do a post game. We'll see. If not, we'll see you after.